Welcome everyone to RDLP, I'm Solon, and today we are going to destroy Embryo. We're going to just completely wreck Embryo's day. Not with just one character, but with two. With Cactus, first off, and then with Coral after that. Embryo is the first boss of Assault Android Cactus, and is a fantastic example of what it takes to S+ bosses. What we're going to do with both characters, and pretty much with every character, bosses really come down to how effectively you can use your secondary weapon. Unfortunately, unlike a normal arena-style level, bosses are not going to drop as many of the nuggets that power up your primary fire. I don't have a professional name for them, so I like to call them nuggets. They're like little level-up nuggets. And because of that, in order to maintain your chain between each of the multiple phases that a boss provides, you're going to have to balance charging up your secondary fire and employing it at the correct times. On top of that, you're going to need to pick up all of the batteries so that you can continue surviving. So another point of reason with Embryo and with Vespula is choosing where you're going to end each round of Embryo especially, so that the battery pops out somewhere where you're going to be, and that way you don't have to chase after batteries and lose your combo during that. With Embryo specifically, and with Cactus specifically, what I'm doing here is I'm balancing when I fire my flamethrower, and for that means I only use it once during the first round, which is slower, but after that it permits me to grab the red power-up, which helps me hustle through the next two phases much faster than if I had any other power-up. What we'll see with Coral is that I'll be able to get the red power-up much quicker, and because of that it'll help me a lot of ways. But we don't have a whole lot of control over what power-ups come when, and so sometimes we have to improvise, like the way that I backed up into a red power-up. I led Embryo towards me during that fourth phase, and then finished him off with my auto turrets, which was super cool, and is going to be super helpful with Coral later. So, every boss, both of the bosses, have their own special counters, unlike the normal combo counter, and so they give you an extra amount of time to combo between each phase. And that means that even though a boss gives you substantially more points than a single robot in any other level, we are not going to have a lot to multiply off of. Which means the final phase is going to be worth a lot more than the first phase is going to be. And any points that you can pick up off of that is substantial, which entirely comes off of time. So if you can transition between specific phases faster, that's going to net you a lot more points. For this one, we picked up the blue power-up and froze him, which meant that we could finish that specific transfer really quickly, but that means that it's going to be a lot longer to hit that fifth phase and get into the sixth one. So it's kind of a give and take, and it makes it very risky when you're trying to continue a combo to end up with going through one phase fast and the second phase slower. But we had a clear time of 102, and I think this is as good as I could do with Cactus. Not anywhere near what I can do with Coral, but again, there's many other ways that this fight can be done, and I think that anyone can go much faster than I can, as long as they're working hard and doing it right. I think that there's actually probably a couple other strategies that you can use Cactus. I'm unfamiliar with Cactus as much as I am with Coral, and so there's actually probably a lot of space that can be made, especially with that first phase. I'm awful at the first phase of Embryo with Cactus. But now we are Coral, so let's transition to what the heck is going on fighting with a completely different character. Embryo is so Coral's style. Just that up close and personal, and Cactus is just going to take it head on. It is all about positioning and where you're going to drop your shields. Sometimes you want to lead Embryo into your shields, other times you want to kite him around your shields. Because of how Embryo moves, sometimes he runs at you, and sometimes he moves with you, and so it's kind of complicated. During the 5th phase, he kind of just moves wherever he wants, so it's kind of up to luck where you lead him. But I've found it to be much faster. We're already at 1 minute. Much faster with Coral than with Cactus. And that's almost entirely because of how I play the first phase with Cactus. So every single time, it's shoot, shield, 1, 2, 3, shield, and Embryo will go down exactly at the right moment to grab the red power-up and hustle through the next 2 phases entirely. It's really, really nice. Especially with this 3rd phase, we're going to not only kite him into our own shield and kind of push him, but also make sure that our battery pops out somewhere that's going to help us. So I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of improvising. Whenever you end up with the yellow power-up, things just kind of can't go as well. The red power-up easily affords you 2 phases, 2 full phases, just because of how long it lasts. The yellow power-up can help you through 1 phase and kind of power you up, but you're not going to be able to get enough coins to really make a big dent in Embryo. So it's kind of useless. Blue, however, will automatically give you 1 entire phase very, very quickly. And that means that you get more points off of it. So my the luckiest thing that can happen is going red, red, and then blue on the very final phase, so that you can just destroy Embryo. So that's, I think, what's going to happen here. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just going to kind of strafe around the wrong way. I'm confusing myself, thinking that I'm already on the 3rd phase. For some reason, there's something nice about taking a step back during the 3rd phase that really pushes the timer into the red area. I don't know, but it just gives me auto turrets much easier whenever I take a short little breather. But yeah, no, once you, if you shut down Embryo, you can kind of lock him down in place for a second, and it is awesome. And that's what gives you such a sweet, sweet time. Like 57 seconds. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna break the record, or at least my own record, and take 2nd place from Solaris, and I'm very, very happy about that. Anything to push Coral up another notch is fantastic. So hopefully from this you should be able to easily S+ Embryo with any character. All of the characters do different things, and I believe T-Gun with the #1 rank is with Starch, and so there's something completely new that I haven't even worked to explore yet. Well, I guess now all that's left is for you to beat my score. You saw what it took to get 2nd place. All you have to do is do exactly what I did and do it better. You saw the run. It wasn't the cleanest run. It was actually really sloppy and all over the place. So yeah, just take those ideas and do it better, and it's all yours, man. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time on RDLP.